The Toyota Tacoma still dominates, but why?
Well, good morning, everybody. How are you today? Pretty good here, and that's right. The Toyota Tacoma still dominates, but why? You know, I read a report a couple days ago about results from 2020, this horrible 2020 year, in car sales, particularly truck sales, mid-size truck sales. And the Toyota Tacoma is still dominating the market. Now, there are several other options out there now, right? I mean, everybody has kind of dove head first back into the market. You've got the Ford Ranger, the Chevy Colorado, the Nissan Frontier, the latest Jeep Gladiator, all kinds of entries in the market out there. So why is Toyota still number one? You know, there's a few reasons, and you know, the craziest one, and this applies to me, I think, is probably the sheer numbers of trucks that are already on the road, right? I mean, when I go looking for a vehicle, you know, usually the ones that catch my eye or what it puts the thought in my head is seeing other vehicles on the road, right? And there are tons of Tacomas. You can't drive, at least where I am, for 5 minutes without seeing, I don't know, 5 or 6 Toyota Tacomas driving around. So when you're thinking about a truck, it kind of implants that in your mind a little bit, right? You're seeing them all over the place. They must be good because everybody's driving them, right? But that's not probably the biggest reason. I think the biggest reason is reliability. You know, Toyota has a great reputation. It's taken some dings recently, admittedly, about reliability. But I think still, when people think Toyota, and Toyota Tacoma particularly, they think reliability. And I think it's certainly true. Having one of the competitors out there, the Jeep Gladiator, I've had some little gremlins and issues. I've talked about that before. But nothing with the Toyota Tacoma. It still has caused me no problems, no issues. I haven't even been impacted by this fuel pump recall, which is good. I'm hoping, and kind of not hoping, that I'm not affected. I say not hoping because I've heard that this new fuel pump and probably flash that they're doing to the system, the software flash, actually increases the power and acceleration a little bit. I don't know if it's a placebo or not, you know, effect, and whether or not the truck truly is quicker, but I've heard it is, and I would like that. One more little fact I want to mention. You know, the article that I read was also talking about how long Toyotas last on lots, you know, once they're delivered, and it's 10 days. That is way below the industry average, right? Other trucks sit out there on the lots for, could be a month or two before they sell, right? But not the Toyota Tacoma. And it's even reported that many of the Toyota Tacomas are sold before they ever even make it to the lot, right? So people are putting money down, you know, deposits, and actually buying these trucks before they're ever delivered to the lot. Now, I can say that's true because I get a lot of comments on the channel, people telling me that they've ordered one or put money down on one, or a dealer is bringing one in for them. So certainly seems to be true from the feedback and the comments that I get as well. But back to the reasons why. You know, we've talked about the sheer number of them out there. People see them everywhere, so that's the truck they think they should get. Reliability, of course, that's important. Who wants to go out and buy something that has issues? And nobody can touch the Toyota brand, I don't think. You know, Ford, Chevy, certainly Jeep, they all have their problems and issues, recalls, TSBs, all kinds of stuff. But the next thing I think is the sheer appearance of it. You know, the Jeep Gladiator is a polarizing vehicle, I think, right? It's not really your traditional truck look. So people either love it or they hate it. So that kind of cuts down on your potential buyer pool anyway, right? Because there just aren't as many people that like them. The others, like the Colorado, the Ranger, and the Frontier, all look generally the same as the Tacoma, right? Just little different styling cues and things. I'll give you an example. On the Ranger and the Colorado, I don't like the way the rear window kind of comes down. You know, the back of the cab, I don't like that. It's a weird slope. That kind of turns me off right away on those trucks. The Tacoma's not like that. It almost harkens back to the old style trucks as far as just a square design. Granted, it does have its curves and shape and stuff to it, but it really looks like a truck, you know? There's no funky angles, no weird designs. I mean, the Nissan Frontier, it looks like, I don't know, it's kind of stubby. Well, I have a plane flying right up over me right now. You guys won't be able to see that, but man, this plane is probably, I'll bet you it's no more than 50 feet above me. It just went in front of me. Wow. Anyway, I think the Toyota Tacoma has kind of stayed with that traditional truck look. And I think that still catches the eye of a lot of people. You know, when you look at some of the new things out there, like, let's look at the extreme, the Cybertruck. Now, you want to talk about a polarizing vehicle, and I know it's not a mid-sized truck, but for example, it's just ugly. I mean, I don't like it. I wouldn't buy it just because of what it looks like. So Toyota definitely has an advantage there, I think, in that they've kept the Toyota Tacoma looking like we, the buying people, think a truck should look like. And that certainly does help. And it's funny, too, because I think about advertising. You know, Toyota doesn't do tons and tons of advertising. You know, it's not like Ford or Chevy. I mean, during a sporting event, and it's not to say you don't see any Toyota ads, but man, it's like every time there's a commercial or something, it's some other brand. It's not Toyota. You know, I even see that on my own channel. Of course, I have advertising on this channel. That's no secret to anybody that watches. I mean, that's how I get paid, right? But I don't see as many, if hardly ever any, Toyota Tacoma ads on my own channel, even though it's highly Toyota Tacoma rated, or related, I should say. And certainly in the analytics of YouTube, it would be recognized, you would think, as a Toyota, pro-Toyota channel. So you'd think they'd advertise more on it. I just don't think they spend the same kind of money that Ford and Chevy do, you know, trying to keep up with the Toyota Tacoma. Now, the other thing I think is just, you know, really related to reliability, and that's just reputation. Toyota has a great reputation, not only for reliability, but for quality. You know, when you buy a Toyota Tacoma, you're expecting everything to work. You're expecting all the pieces and parts to match up. You're not expecting things to fall off. I saw a comment the other day, or maybe it was a video, I don't know, but there was someone driving a Jeep Gladiator. Now, granted, this is an extreme example, but they were off-roading and they had some sort of a jump. They got a little bit airborne. Not good to begin with. Fun, though. And when they came down, one of the rear fenders popped off. I mean, that's like a good comedy skit, right? Driving along, they hit some air and the fender goes flying off. Now, they were able to pop it right back on, they had said, but still, you know, when you get into Tacoma, you don't expect to go over a bump. Obviously, if you get airborne, who knows what could happen, but you just don't think things are going to fly off the truck, you know? I just thought that was kind of funny. So anyway, those are a few reasons why I think Toyota Tacoma is still number one. That's why it dominates the market still. I just found it kind of interesting that even with all these other entries out there, the Toyota Tacoma is still number one, and they can't even keep them on the lots. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. Why do you think the Toyota Tacoma dominates the truck market? I'd be curious to know. Also, if you're interested, check out my other channel. It is all about my fender intact 2020 Jeep Gladiator. It is RobMotive JT. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there.